Just ahead on CTV News, PGCPS launches a new app to track your child's school bus.
PGCPS is rolling out their new bus tracker app that shows how students are getting to and from school. And coming up, we'll tell you what you can expect.
Just days after 2 people were killed in a crash in Largo, drivers sound off on what can be done to make this area safer. I'm Katira Jones. I'll have all those details coming up on CTV News.
Plus, a county council member hosted a free dog microchipping event. These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for August 21st. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Thanks so much for joining us.
Prince George's County Public Schools is in the early stage of launching their Chipmunk School Bus Tracker parent app.
CTV's Michaela Newton got a first look at how the app will work this school year.
It's a juggling app.
Albert Whittington has been working as a bus driver for about 9 years.
It's only a few of us, so we're doing extra work just to try to meet the demand.
Currently, there are 1,000 routes and only about 850 active school bus drivers. The school district is looking to hire more. With an ongoing bus driver shortage and a previously lagging Stop Finder app, PGCPS is working to improve transportation efforts this upcoming school year. With the launch of the Chipmunk app, they hope it will make it easier for parents to track their children when they are getting to and from school. With over 85,000 students that ride PGCPS school buses, the school district says that they are asking for patience from parents and say that there will be delays as they roll out this new app. This is how the app works. Download the Chipmunk app. The student's information is put into the system. Parents can then track their students' bus routes, get important alerts on delays, and estimated arrival times. But the rollout won't be that quick and easy. Sharasker Coleman, Chief Operating Officer for PGCPS, says it will take some time.
This rollout will begin with our special education dedicated routes, and that transition will move from 2 or 3 of our bus lots to the next 2 or 3 bus lots the following week, beginning the first week of September and transitioning all the way through the Halloween week of the end of October.
At the school level, they have those different options to prepare kids for the PM dismissal every day until they get into the routine.
All students are expected to be in the system by the end of January. Michaela Newton, CTV News.
Thank you, Michaela, for that story. The district has posted a user guide for parents on the PGCPS website. The first day of school is fast approaching, and Prince George's County Public Schools are in full preparation mode for what promises to be another busy year. We sat down with Interim Superintendent Dr. Sean Joseph to talk about what's ahead and the key priorities for the district, from support for multilingual learners to strengthening services for students with special needs. Equity in education remains at the forefront. Dr. Joseph also emphasized the importance of operational efficiency, a data-driven approach to instruction, and cultivating a positive school culture, and beyond the classroom, making sure families feel welcomed.
In Prince George's County, we value diversity, and we work to meet the needs of all students. We'll continue to do that this year, so we are excited that we have over 140 different languages and countries represented in our district. We embrace and love all of our students and families, and we'll continue to do what we need to do to make sure that all of our children thrive.
And speaking of PGCPS, today the school district launched 2 new public dashboards to reinforce their accountability and transparency. The 100-day plan process tracker follows the district's progress on the initiatives set by the interim superintendent. The priority and staffing vacancy dashboards provide real-time updates on vacancy rates for educators and school staff. Both dashboards are now live on PGCPS.org, and school-level staffing dashboards are available on individual school websites. 3 people are in the hospital after a serious case of carbon monoxide exposure in Largo. It happened just before 11 a.m. on the 9800 block of Berrywood Court. Fire crews say they responded to a row house and found 3 people in critical condition from what they believe was carbon monoxide poisoning. County fire officials are reminding everyone to be cautious.
We remind anybody that has a residence like this to put carbon monoxide detectors in their house. So as a reminder, carbon monoxide is odorless, colorless, so early detection is key in that. Levels up to 50 to 100 parts per million even can cause fatigue, headaches.
The incident is still under investigation and officials haven't said yet what caused the exposure.
Prince George's police say 1 man is dead and 2 others were hurt after gunfire erupted Wednesday afternoon in Oxon Hill. Officers responded just after 2 o'clock to the 4900 block of Indian Head Highway. That's where they found 25-year-old Nathaniel Greer suffering from gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. A teenager was also shot but is expected to survive. Police say a 3rd man also suffered minor injuries. Interim State's Attorney Tara Jackson called the shooting reckless and vowed to hold those responsible accountable. And a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to an arrest and an indictment. Anyone with any information is asked to contact police. And we now have new details on the deadly multi-car crash in Largo on Tuesday.
2 of the victims are from right here in Prince George's County. CTV's Katira Jones is at the scene with the latest.
2 women were in the car together. They were just going about their business when they were struck and killed just behind me 2 days ago in a multi-vehicle crash. Now, this tragedy has shed a light on this busy and often congested area around 202 and St. Joseph's Drive. The victims in Tuesday's crash were Tara Gross of Camp Springs and Deandra Byrid of Riverdale. CTV spoke to one shopper at the nearby Woodmore Commons and shares what could be done to prevent this from happening again.
So many people making that turn. The light needs to be a little more time between the light. Because in the afternoon, if you come down here around 3 or so, you have to wait for those people to get across before you can go. So I think the lights need to be adjusted.
Maryland State Police, who are handling the investigation, say Tiara Johnson, who was driving a Honda Accord, was traveling north on Route 202 and struck a curb divider at St. Joseph Drive. Her vehicle went airborne, which then led to a ripple effect where Johnson's car hit another vehicle, leading to multiple cars getting hit. Several people, including Johnson, were taken to the hospital, but Gross and Byron died on the scene.
I just seen a whole bunch of cars right there. I was wondering what was going on, and later on in the day, I seen like a couple of social media platforms post that it was an incident over there, and that I think 2 people had died.
Maryland State Police say speed was a factor in this case. Some shoppers say they don't feel that this area is unsafe for drivers.
Really, it seems like it's fine. It's just the people. It's the people. People in a hurry. It's not the intersection, it's the people.
Maryland State Police say the cause of the crash is still under investigation. Katira Jones, CTV News.
Thanks, Katira, for that story. Maryland State Police say they are working with the state's office to determine potential charges in this case.
And Maryland is seeing its deadliest summer in over a decade when it comes to heat. State officials say 30 people died from heat-related causes so far, most of them over the age of 65. The deaths happened in all kinds of places inside homes, outdoors, and even cars. And ER visits are up too, as more than 1,500 people have gone to the hospital for heat-related illnesses this summer. Health leaders are urging folks to stay cool, drink water, and check on older neighbors. Need more help finding a cooling center? Just call 211.
And Hurricane Erin is churning off the mid-Atlantic, kicking up dangerous strong winds. Take a look at your screen. This was Ocean City earlier today. The storm is well offshore, but still slamming Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware beaches. Strong winds and hazardous seas last through Friday morning, with risks lingering into the weekend. Many beaches are closed. Tropical storm warnings stretch from Virginia to New Jersey, with wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. But the biggest danger is water waves up to 12 feet, rip currents, and tidal flooding that could close roads and erode beaches. The National Weather Service is warning people to stay out of the water as conditions may not calm until early next week. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Still to come, do you know how to remain calm during a traffic stop?
After the break, we check in with the county police departments before the badge event to learn the do's and don'ts when you get pulled over. Stay with us.
I wish people knew that when you live in a small town like mine, it's much harder to find friends with common interests, especially ones my age. I often feel really alone.
Same here. Seems like every time we finally settle somewhere, I have to pack up and move again. By the time I make a friend, a real friend, I have to say goodbye to them.
I totally get it. I live in a big city, but it can feel just as lonely. It's tough, but it gets easier.
Honestly, I totally get what you're going through. It's nice to know that you feel the same.
You enjoyed my story. I really enjoyed your story as well.
Welcome back. The Prince George's Police Department's Academy held their Before the Badge event today.
That's right. It's a program that's meant to raise awareness of traffic stops. More now from CTV's Noel James.
At some point in our lives, while driving, something happens and you see and hear sirens and lights behind you. You know the moment. You get anxious. Stomach is doing somersaults, trying to figure out, what did I do wrong?
The reason I pulled you over was for failure to stop at that stop sign. You have your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
Yes, I do.
Well, this is why the Prince George's Police Department Academy is having this program to make interactions like these less stressful. Calling it Before the Badge, they hope to educate both officers and the public on how to interact during a traffic stop.
When the community comes and they're getting pulled over on a mock traffic stop, they get to ask questions that they don't have the time to ask on a traffic stop on the side of the road.
This partnership between the Academy, Pathfinders for Autism, and the Arc of Prince George's enables exposure, especially when people with autism spectrum disorder or intellectual and developmental disabilities are involved.
Whether it be in an innocuous fashion or whether it be, during something a bit more serious or more, high acuity like a traffic stop, right? We want to make sure that both groups are informed on how to interact with each other.
Also encourage anyone with a developmental disability to disclose that disability to law enforcement, because that can really help cut down on an officer possibly misinterpreting someone's behaviors or characteristics.
But what lesson can you learn from this?
I would recommend it because like a person like me who's I'm nearly 60 and I've been pulled over one time in my life, we need to know what it will be like if it happens.
Organizers hope that by listening to the community first, officers will be able to carry lessons from today throughout every neighborhood, every community, and every decision that they make while in uniform. In Upper Marlboro, I'm Noel James for CTV News.
And thank you, Noel. That was really helpful information.
As students are gearing up to return to school, transportation and education officials want to remind drivers of the rules of the road so students can get to school safely. According to MDOT, there were more than 20,000 bus citations last school year. That's why they partnered with the State Highway Administration and education leaders for a press conference yesterday. MDOT officials are pleading with drivers to pay attention to the road. If you see a bus driver activate their red flashing lights and extend their stop arm, You are supposed to slow down and stop.
The reason for these rules is to protect our children getting on or off the bus. While some bus riders are older and understand the dangers of crossing the road or needing to look both ways, some of our youngest students are also riding these buses, and their focus may be on their friends, getting home, getting to school, and that excitement at the end of the day, not the vehicles that are passing by.
And just remember, if you illegally pass a school bus, it is a $250 fine.
And meanwhile, Governor Moore appoints 3 members to the Blueprint Board. Contina Quick McQueen and Robin Werner were appointed to the Accountability and Implementation Board, a 7-member board that oversees that implementation of the blueprint for Maryland's future plan. Joseph Menko was reappointed to the board as well. These appointments must be approved by the Maryland Senate. They will each serve a 6-year term.
The Trump administration is using Medicaid to check enrollees' immigration status. According to reports, the federal government will send states monthly enrollment reports that identify people who are on Medicaid or Children's Health Insurance Program, commonly referred to as CHIP. States will now be required to verify the citizenship or immigration status of people in that report. Nationwide, there are about 71 million adults and children enrolled in Medicaid as of last April. It's important to note that people who are in the country illegally are not eligible for Medicaid or CHIP.
And if you're juggling summer bills, relief is out there. Pepco, backed by its parent company Exelon, is offering up to a $300 credit through its Customer Relief Fund. The fund is given by the Salvation Army to help limited and moderate income residents in Maryland and D.C. Maryland households can also apply for LIHEAP, which offers one-time grants of up to $750. And get this, no repayment is needed. For assistance, visit Pepco's relief page before funds run out. And Maryland businesswoman Ed Hale is switching parties. He has left the Democrats to run for governor as a Republican. Hale calls himself a moderate pragmatist. He says a GOP run gives him a better shot at beating Governor Wes Moore. Some Republicans call the switch opportunistic. Hale says he's supported candidates from both parties and wants to focus on solutions, not labels. He hasn't filed yet, but says he will soon. And still to come on CTV News, it's National Senior Citizens Day.
That's right. After the break, find out how some local seniors are celebrating. We're going to be back in just one moment.
That first time seeing my son, I feel like my life did a 180. Being present is the most important part. To be the better mirror for my son. Bro, he brings the vibes, you know what I'm saying? He brings the party no matter what. He really a definition of like why he loves somebody. And I love him to the death of me.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. It's National Senior Citizens Day, and an event in the county aims to make seniors feel special. The City of Glenarden and Picket Fences Senior Services Incorporated held a Senior Citizens Day event today. The event included a presentation on fraud and scams, health tips, prizes, and got the seniors moving with a workout and line dancing.
This is just a day that I want to show recognition for those older adults in the community who are our pillars.
Makes me feel as if I am welcome, appreciated, and the people that surround me are helpful to me. And I thank God for all of the people in Glennon area.
The event also included vendors that offered helpful information to seniors.
A new report ranks the top 25 high schools in Maryland, and only one Prince George's County school made the list. Coming in at number 16 is College Park Academy in Riverdale, and it also comes in as the #1 high school in the county. The College Prep Public Charter School has a 100% graduation rate. The U.S. News and World Ranking identifies the top public schools based on student achievement on state-required assessments and college readiness. And speaking of school, Metro wants to remind all students before the first day to be prepared to know your school commute. In June, Metro launched the Better Bus Network redesign to provide a faster, more reliable, and easier to use bus service. All routes now have new names, different operating hours, and new bus stop signs. So, to find your new route, visit WMATA.com/trip planner or download the Metro Pulse app for real-time updates.
The Prince George's County Pet Unity Project teamed up with the council member Ingrid Watson for a free dog microchipping event yesterday. According to research, dogs in the county who are microchipped have a return rate that is double that of dogs without it. Along with microchips, the Pet Unity Project was on site offering free ID tags, pet supplies, training tips, and even one-on-one advice to pet owners.
We are excited to do this because so many dogs get lost or stolen. So these chips really help people to find their dogs. So we're really excited to do this for the residents.
Our goal is to keep dogs out of the shelter and at home with their families. So what's going on out here today is we partnered with council member Ingrid Watson when we are out here trying to microchip as many dogs as possible. A microchip is really small. It's just like a vaccine. It's the size of a grain of rice. It's a little quick shot right in the fat between their shoulder blades. And then anytime the dog gets lost and isn't wearing a collar or a tag, a vet or a pet store or the police, the fire department can just scan the dog and know right where they belong.
The next microchipping event will be held in September on September 17th in Greenbelt. And it's time for our perfect pet of the week.
Meet Rico, a 3-year-old black and white domestic short-haired cat who's been patiently waiting at the shelter since July 26th.
Animal Services says Rico is one cool cat with a lot of love to give.
Loves to be pet and cuddled, and he's just all around a good boy. We don't know too much about his backstory, just due to his temperament, him being sweet. I do think he would do well with kids, maybe a little bit older, kids that wouldn't, pull on his tail or anything.
So if you're ready to pursue a new friend and pour your heart into Rico or any of his furry companions,
you can contact Animal Services at 301-780-7200, or you can scan the QR code on your screen.
Remember, your next Catitude companion could just be one adoption away.
All right, don't move because we have the Thursday sports page in a moment.
That's right, and we're talking to UMD soccer and a recap of the Nats game. Don't move. Stay with us.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop
normalizing.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
grew up together. We believed in something bigger than ourselves. The military took me to one side of the world and her to the other. And even though she was always the strong one, when we caught up years later, I found out she had fallen on some hard times. It was her call to make, but doing it together made all the difference.
When I see homeless vets on my route, I always think to myself, we both swore an oath to protect our way of life, to protect our community. With VA's hotline for homeless vets, I can get them connected with help to get them back on their feet again.
VA's round-the-clock hotline can put veterans who are homeless in touch with the resources and support they earned through their military service. You have the power to help a veteran facing homelessness. Go to va.gov/homeless to print your wallet cards. For veterans who are homeless or on the brink of homelessness, call 877-424-3838.
Welcome back. Well, Terps soccer fans, the day is finally here. The men's team will be taking the field tonight for their regular season opener against Wake Forest. And coaching this team will be none other than Sasho Sorobski. Sorobski is going into his 33rd, that's right, 33rd season of being head coach of the Terps. And he's just as happy as ever to guide his team through another season.
Very proud to be going into my 33rd season. I love this place. I love coaching. I love teaching young men. I love competing and love winning. So the years go by much quicker than you think when you love what you do.
The Terps and Demon Deacons will begin the game at 8 o'clock.
Maryland Terps all-time leading scorer and rebounder Alyssa Thomas is now not only the only player in WNBA history with 5 triple-doubles in multiple seasons. Against the Seattle Storm, she racked up 19 points, secured 10 rebounds, and dished out 11 assists. How impressive is that? The rest of the WNBA has 5 combined this season, and she's also the only player with 5 triple-doubles in WNBA history. She has now recorded 20 triple-doubles in her career, while the next closest only recorded 4. Maryland track and field head coach Andrew Baumann has signed a contract extension through June 2028. During his 22-season tenure so far, 59 athletes have earned All-American honors for their performances on their national stage, and nearly 60 school records have been established, including 15 last season. He has also helped produce 3 Olympians, including 2024 gold medalist Thea LaFond, as he was her head coach from 2012 to 2015.
The Washington Nationals defeated the New York Mets 5-4 yesterday, snapping the Mets' 3-game winning streak. Josh Bell hit his 16th home run of the season in the bottom of the 5th inning, extending the lead 5-1. After giving up 3 runs in the 6th inning, the Nationals bullpen threw 3 scoreless innings to fend off the Mets. The Nationals take on the Mets again tonight. And now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be mostly cloudy, but we'll have some winds up to 21 miles per hour. Tomorrow it's going to be nice and sunny with a high of 82 and a low of 61 to kick off the weekend. Saturday will be just as nice when we reach a high of 83. Sunday it will be 84 degrees, but grab your umbrellas because we have a 50% chance of rain.
And for our community calendar this Saturday, backed by popular demand, Studio Nikki presents The Reason Why stage play at the Bowie Center for Performing Arts. Lust, laughs, and marital manipulation. The play is a conversation piece long after the curtains close. Showtime starts at 7 and doors open at 6:30. For more information, visit bowiecenter.org. And that's a wrap for CTV News for now. Thank you so much for joining us.
And we're going to see you again tomorrow. Anaya, great job tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.